What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber. As always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. All right, guys, we're going to Madison, Wisconsin with this news story. Shout out Madison. And it's about these two people up here. Now, before I tell you who these people are, I want to say this. It's easy to say be careful who you date, but it's hard to know who you dating, because you gotta meet them and get to know them and then find out if they right for you. Nowadays, meeting somebody of the opposite sex, or hell, in the the same sex, is like throwing darts at a board with a blindfold on. It's hit or miss, and when you miss, it could cost you your life, either then or later on down the line when things don't work out. And to these two people up here, I don't know which one is dumber, and I'll explain that in my commentary. This couple you see up here, a boyfriend and girlfriend. The man's name is Paul Van Dyne. He's 43 years old. This chick with him is 41-year-old Andrea Whitaker. They hatched an alleged plot to kill Mr. Van Dyne's ex-girlfriends that he ain't even with no more, with poison. And the poisons they used, when you see the names of it, some of you guys that are into toxicology and stuff know this is some serious stuff. I don't see how these women didn't die. Now, supposedly it was two different women. They don't know each other, but met this guy through some type of dating arrangement, whether it was an app or whatever. They don't know the girl at all, and this is before the girl even came, but she's down for whatever. And now both of them are locked up, and they not the only one that got messed up from the poison. Take a look at this.
Tonight, authorities in hazmat suits descending on a Wisconsin home as part of their investigation into this couple, accused of orchestrating an elaborate plot to poison, stalk, and kill two women one of the suspects previously dated. Prosecutors alleging Paul Van Dyne Jr. and Andrea Whitaker attempted to poison the women with deadly substances, including cyanide, on multiple occasions and for weeks, according to a criminal complaint. One alleged victim speaking at a Friday court hearing.
I no longer feel safe, not in my own home, not out in the community. I am scared for myself. I'm scared for my two children. I cannot sleep soundly.
Prosecutors say the incident first took place in April, when the couple allegedly broke into one of the victims' cars and filled her gym water bottle with cyanide and thallium, a highly toxic metal. They say just days later, the couple putting a tote bag full of hydrogen sulfide in the trunk, sickening the victim's younger sister. Prosecutors also say on another occasion, the couple stashed Abrin, a toxic plant protein, inside the vehicle's air vents. Authorities say the case broke weeks later in May, when, according to court documents, one of the victims was hospitalized with severe stomach pain after drinking from her water bottle. Doctors finding dangerous levels of cyanide and thallium, investigators say. The woman then went through old text messages, pointing detectives to Van Dyne, who she said she met on a dating app 2 years prior.
The truth is, I barely knew him, and yet he and his accomplice decided that I should die.
Authorities arresting Van Dyne last week after they say they found him surveilling one of the victims, finding a trail camera pointed at her home, then apprehending his girlfriend Whitaker a day later after they say they observed her removing evidence from her boyfriend's residence.
And both suspects pleading not guilty to misdemeanor charges. They've also been charged with attempted homicide and stalking. They're due back in court later this summer. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
We have breaking news related to that hazmat incident we first brought you yesterday. A woman is accused of helping her boyfriend poison women in Middleton and Rock County who he may have dated.
41-year-old Andrea Whitaker is facing a charge of harboring and aiding a felon. Our Ellie La Liberté has been following this story and joins us now with what we've learned from the courtroom. Ellie?
Well, Susan and Eric, two people have been arrested in this incident, both Whitaker and Paul Van Dyne. Whitaker's cash bond is set at $750,000. Now, during Whitaker's initial appearance in court today, prosecutors alleged that she and Van Dyne were in a relationship, and this was an attempt to kill Van Dyne's ex-girlfriends.
It does appear that this defendant, Mr. Van Dyne, have started dating and apparently created this plot to kill his ex-girlfriends by poisoning them with cyanide, thallium, and other poisons.
We heard in the courtroom that in Middleton last month, a woman reported that she came out of a Costco and her car was broken into. Nothing was taken out, but a water bottle she had in the car tasted weird when she took a sip of it, so she spit it out. A couple of weeks later, the same thing happened and she called the police. The water tested positive for cyanide. At that time, law enforcement was able to connect it to Paul Van Duyn. Now, a similar situation also happened in Rock County. That woman was hospitalized for exposure to cyanide. She also filed a restraining order against Van Duyn.
So while it does appear that Mr. Van Duyn was perhaps the actual person who was entering both victims' vehicles and putting the cyanide in their water bottles, and at least in Rock County, putting cyanide powder in the air vents, I think this defendant's involvement is absolutely clear, and that she is likely the brains of the operation and actually figuring out how to do this.
Prosecutors also allege that it was Whitaker was searching up lethal doses of cyanide. This hazmat incident has led to investigations in 3 different locations: Whitaker's home on Schrader Road, Van Duyn's home on Spooner Street, and the Monday scene at Skyline Drive. We also heard in court today that 7 DCI agents have been hospitalized due to exposure to harmful chemicals. Van Duyn and Whitaker are expected to appear in court on Friday. Of course, we'll continue to follow this story both on air and online as we learn more.
All right, guys, you seen it? I cannot understand it. There's some vile shit right there. It is. Let's address the elephant in the room. Number one, it's a 43-year-old man. 43, remember his age, which don't mean nothing now, because most people, a lot of people, I don't want to say most people you see in these stories doing this stuff are children in the mind. 43 years old, he got a 41-year-old girlfriend. You have somebody and you're still upset about something else. And I don't even know what it was about. See, there are people out there that make enemies of you and you won't even know it. And they'll be around you smiling and stuff and you don't even know they plotting your own demise. Look at this. One woman, remember it's 2 separate women, live in 2 separate places. One woman, he went on 2 dates with. That's it. And then like things fell apart. The other woman he dated 3 years ago. In the first story, they said 2 years ago was the last time he dated one of these girls. So he dated one 3 years ago, and then within the next year, he dated another one, and then left out. Look at this. In the article, right, it says up here that one of the woman that he met 2 years ago, right, he said it was when investigators asked who could possibly have poisoned her. This is the one he dated for 2 years. Went on 2 dates with 2 years ago. The victim could not immediately think of anybody, but later named Mr. Van Duyn, whom she said she met 2 years earlier on a dating site and dated casually, meaning it wasn't nothing major. The relationship ended when Mr. Van Duyn said he began seeing another woman who is finishing pharmacy school, who could be moving to the area soon, according to things. So he broke that date off, right? And I guess the one that was going to pharmaceutical school, if it was the truth, is this new chick, Andrea Whitaker. And the reason why I say it might be her is because pharmacists that be going to school, they learn about drugs and poisons and all that different toxicology because they what? Count drugs and give drugs out in drugstores and hospitals and various other. So they got to know what's poison and what's not. She was doing the research for him to kill 2 women she didn't know. Why? Why would you be with a man that is plotting to kill 2 women that you are in the position them other 2 women was in, or he wanted them to be in? What do you think he's going to do with you after it's over, you dumbass? Why would you... Listen. Let's stop fucking around. Let's jump right into it. I ain't following no damn body to the end of the world. I'm not. And you know, and in fact, if I was a female, if I see a motherfucker acting stupid, I'm done. I don't give a fuck how nice you are. Because you got a side of you that's so dark, the light that I am can't shine through it, and you can't see it. There are people, knotted up in their own twisted inhibitions to hurt others outside of you. Oh, I hate them, but I like you. Ah, well, you know what? You ain't nothing but a hop, skip, and a jump and being over there with the rest of them people on his hit list. It's crazy. You know what? Fuck those whores. I want to kill them. All right, baby. I'm down. Let me go and Google how to kill women I don't know because I want to get on your good side and show you I'm a true ride or die. Good. Good. And you proved it. Your stupid ass locked up with him. Why would a man plot against other women, one he casually dated and went on 2 dates with? You still don't know that person. And the other one he dated 3 years ago. If you got unfinished business within yourself, you don't need nobody else. What role is this woman playing in your life with you moving forward with your own happiness? As a man, you lead, and if a woman finds you favorable, she will follow your lead, hopefully into something prosperous, not something like that. Man, yo, this is craziness. Can you imagine somebody you was dating? You done forgot about them. You done moved on, living your life, and all of a sudden, now, motherfucker trying to poison you. When they went and raided the house where they was at, them people in the hazmat suits, they said 7 of them got hospitalized because they got exposed. They got shit on and almost died. People are crazy, man. He's an engineer and she's a pharmacist. Why are you running around here trying to kill people? You got good jobs. Do your damn jobs and shut the fuck up. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. You grow from a child to a man. But some men never leave their childhood. They just grow up and look like men with time because it is what it is. I can't believe there are people out here, namely women, that will plot against others without any compassion or empathy or nothing. They just ride the emotion of the man that's more emotional than a woman. It never works. And that's your proof. See you in the next video. Take care.